YouTube, and welcome to By Popular Demand. It's me, Ebony. I'm going to be talking about mania versus depression for me, in general, and for me. Let's start off with my favorite, mania. So mania is an excessively elevated, excited mood typically associated with bipolar disorder. So what this means for a person who is having a manic episode is that they feel a sense of euphoria, heightened self-esteem, super confident, no need to sleep, overproductivity, irritability is mixed in there, excessive involvement in pleasurable activities. For me personally, I love being manic. You won't hear everybody with bipolar say that, but for me, I love being manic. Why? Because I feel good. I feel so good. I feel on top of the world. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I do my thing when I'm manic. I don't have to go to sleep. Right now, I am somewhere between manic and normal. But right now, I'm only sleeping probably about 3 hours a night. So I go to bed normally like around 3 a.m. and I wake up between 5:40 or 6:30, depending on if it's my early day to go to work or my late day. I'm not tired. I'm not tired throughout the day. You know, I might have a yawn here or there, but overall, I can go. Another thing that I really love about it is the increased activity. When I'm manic, I can do anything. I can do multiple things. I can do them simultaneously somehow. I get on a tizzy like I want to do a project. I'm going to go get all the things I need for the project. I'm going to do the project. Nobody better not mess with me while I'm doing the project. Like, I'm going to get it done because I can do it, because I'm awesome and I have all this energy and nobody can stop me. Okay? You can't stop me when I'm manic. I'm just on top of the world. And another thing that I like about being manic, and I'm sure a lot of people who experience this don't like it, but I like racing thoughts. I like having multiple thoughts going on in my head. Now, sometimes it can be confusing. Like, I'll be thinking this, and then I'll be thinking that, and then I'll be thinking this, and then I'll be thinking that, and I can't get back to what I was originally thinking. I do like being able to multitask mentally, is what I'll say. I multitask mentally. I like doing that. There are cons to being manic. One of the cons of being manic is the excessive involvement in pleasurable activities, as this typically has negative outcomes for people. For me, I excessively spend money on unnecessary things. That's something that I do when I'm manic. When I just bought my house, and so at one point I was doing a lot of projects around, not realizing that I was in full-blown mania. But I was doing a lot of projects, and I'd gotten paid the day before, and then the next day I went to Home Depot and I spent my whole paycheck. I spent my whole paycheck at Home Depot. I don't even know what I bought. If you ask me right now, what was something you bought that time when you spent your whole check at Home Depot, I can't tell you a single thing. I don't know. It could have been anything. Who knows? But whatever it was, I felt like I needed it, and I bought it. And then the negative outcome from that was I spent my whole damn check. Like, it's a good thing that I overall have my life in order and I have a savings account, because if I didn't have a savings account, I would be just totally fucked. Another thing is the inflated self-esteem. For me, when I'm manic, I'm so confident. Like, you literally cannot tell me anything. I'm going to tell you, because I know. Because I know, and I believe in myself, and I'm number one. You know, that's really how I feel when I'm manic, and this can affect people negatively, because if you think about an example that has not happened to me, some people are so overly confident that they feel like they have unhuman-like abilities, and that can be really scary, because, you know, you may think, gosh, I'm pretty awesome. I bet I can fly. I bet I can fly. Matter of fact, I know I can fly. And then that may lead someone to go to a really high place and jump off because they really just truly believe in themselves enough to believe they can fly. And that's not something I've experienced. I think that the most awesome thing that I did being manic was just, I really should have got fired from my job a long time ago, but because of my manic mentality, I just didn't. I manicked my way out of getting fired from my job, and that's another story for another time that I will share when I talk about work and bipolar. Really with the mania, when you're going through a manic episode, you don't really realize it. You're kind of just living your life like it's golden. Like now, I can tell that I'm manic. But I still do the manic stuff. Like, I try not to. Like, this past few weeks where I've been feeling like I'm probably manic, I've been purposely, like, trying to have self-control and not go to any stores. Because if I go to the store, I'm gonna be like, gosh, I really need that nutcracker. I don't even have nuts. But I would be like, I need that because one day I might have some nuts and I need to crack them. For sure. You don't really know. You know afterwards when you look back over your bank statements or you think about the hypersexual behavior, how you boned those 3 people last week. Why did you do it? You don't even like any of them. Those are things that can happen following mania. And that's why I say I really like being manic, because I like the way it feels and I like the things that I can do. But I do have a underlying fear that one day I'll be so manic, or I'll go through such a manic episode that I can risk destroying my lives or the life of people around me just with bad decisions. Not hurting anybody, but just like making terrible decisions. Now we're going to talk about depression. I feel like everybody thinks that they have a overall good idea of what depression is. A lot of people have suffered from depression acutely, and some people have chronic long-term depression. But I feel like everybody has a sense of what they think depression is, and for those who may not have gone through depression, for you might think that it's just the person is sad about something and they can't get over it. But really, for me, and I was reading that bipolar depression is not necessarily emotional, and by that I mean a lot of people will get down and out because something happened. They can link their sadness to a specific event, whereas bipolar depression, for me and maybe for others, is not like that. Like when I get depressed, I'm not depressed because of a specific thing. I just am. I just wake up that way and I just am. I'm just absolutely hopeless. I have an overall feeling that the world is messed up and, I just have to push through until I don't have to push through anymore. So when I get depressed, that just really manifests itself into the ultimate just hopelessness. And I'm not going to say that I've been suicidal, but when I'm depressed like that, I don't want to be alive anymore. So I don't want to hurt myself, and I don't have any plans on taking myself out. But I do wish that God would come and take me on to glory with him. That's how I feel when I'm depressed. And I just, like, that's all you can think about. It just hurts. It just hurts. And for me, the hardest part is that I can't link it to an event to get over it. Like, how do you get over nothing? If a man made me sad, or I lost my job, or if there was an event and a way that I could fix it, then I would fix it in the blink of an eye. But there's no way to fix it. It's just dark, endless hopelessness, and you don't know how you can fix it. You really can't see how to get through it. Like, there's no light. Whenever I get depressed, I remember saying it the couple of times that I'll be crying, and I'll say to whoever I'm crying to, my light has gone out. Because that's how I feel, like my light's gone out. It's just dark for me. Forget about the good things that you have in your life. Like, you forget, you know, how happy your son makes you. Or you forget how, you know, you've accomplished these things. You forget all of the things that you were doing when you were manic, you know, all those great experiences that you had, or all the ones that you were like, ooh, I shouldn't have did that. You forget all of that. That's dead. You know, you can't, there's nothing to latch onto to bring you back. And the times when I've been depressed, I just thank God that I had people around me to just be around me, because really their words meant nothing to me. That you're this and you're that, and you know, you got a life to live, and what about this, what about those things mean absolutely nothing to me. Like, I don't care about any of that. Somehow them being there and supporting me each day, because when you're depressed, you're not taking it day by day or hour by hour. You're literally taking it minute by minute. Minute by minute, you're just trying to get through it. And you can't see how you're going to get through it, but I've gotten through it clearly. And when I get through it, I'll just remember the people who were around me. Whether they were saying, Ebony, maybe you need to go to the doctor, or get up, or I know you feel like this, but like, it's just the people around me. Like, people listen to me. And like, going to the doctor, that's not something that I wanted to do at all. But it's the people around me who encourage me to get help, that say, you don't feel like you're gonna get better, but you can. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'll never get better. This is it for me. And then I go to the doctor, and you know, I don't immediately get better, because there's not like you can pop a Tylenol and not be depressed. But, you know, I'll start a treatment, or I get therapy, or whatever, you know, whatever it is that I need to get on track, you know, this time, when it's time to. And so I just really urge anybody who's watching this, if you know somebody who is depressed, just care about them, you know. Just care about them. If you care about them, care about them. Don't just leave them there to die. You know, a lot of people are hurting themselves and ending their lives because they can't see a way to go on. And a lot of people don't have anybody to help them see that they should go on. You know, a lot of people don't have anybody in their corner cheering for them. I have people in my corner cheering for me. Like, I'm lucky that I have people in my corner cheering for me. I don't even always appreciate them when they're there doing it for me, but like, I just would urge and really beg, I'll beg, you know, anybody who's watching this to soften up and show a little more compassion, because I know we all go through things, and kind of in the way that the world is now, you gotta kind of have a hard shell. But I just would urge you to just consider the people around you and what they might have going on, because a little bit goes a long way when you're teetering between, should I live or should I not? So anyway, I hope this was informative. I hate to leave on such a sad note, but that's just where we ended. I will see you guys next time.